By the way, that was JR playing guitar. All right, Friday Night Blitz, week 3, fourth week of action. Our game of the week takes us to the Skeeza ranks. Skeeza powerhouse Hammond hosting Lawrence. Many of these two teams have met a lot over the years, especially in state finals. But here we go from Eden Stadium. Hammond head coach John Wheeler saw his team lose by just 7 last week to Gaffney, 14-7. So the Skyhawks had a really powerful game against the defending 5A state champions. Back in the Skeeza ranks, here we come, and Aiden Kanzader takes the carry, slides his way through the defense for the first touchdown of the game for the Skyhawks. And the little ones loving it, and they love the light show too. Now for the Swamp Cats, quarterback Tyler June calls his own number, changes direction, and he's in the end zone for the Swamp Cats. LMA. They usually bring a very feisty group to town. Now Hammond answers. Dylan Richardson calls his own number this time. Not as impressive as the touchdown we just saw, but it still counts for 6. Later in the second, Skyhawks with the ball again. And watch Richardson. Pump fake. And he finds Jack Croft. Nice catch over the defender. Nicely done. That's a touchdown. 37-6, the final Hammond rolls. They'll be hosting Wilson Hall next week. Big game. In fact, speaking of the aforementioned Wilson Hall Barons, they hosted Thomas Sumter in a battle of Sumter County. Start of the second half, 28-7. Barons on top, Generals with the ball. Grayson Alexander will pick it off, and he will take it back for the pick 6. And a home run on defense for the Barons, and for 55 celebrates. More Wilson Hall action. Cameron Coulter takes the handoff, runs to his left, and he will get in for the score. Wilson Hall cruises to a 42-15 win over Thomas Sumter. Again, they will be facing Hammond next week. Heathwood Hall hosting Porter Goud, who made the trip from the Low Country. Weather much better up here in the Midlands than it was down in the Low Country. And Highlander defense showing up tonight. Caleb Barnes with the stop. Next play, Porter Goud's offense walks into a brick wall of defenders. And Heathwood Hall wins it, 30-14 over Porter Goud. Nicely done there with the safety for the Highlanders. 30-14 the final over Porter Goud. All right, Cardinal Newman won on the road last week at Trinity Christian. New head coach Corey Helms going for a second win as head coach. Going into the first quarter, Cardinals up 13-0. Duncan Skian hands it off to Jacaden Kynard, who finds the edge, makes a few defenders miss, and no one's going to stop him as he finds the end zone. And the Cardinals add to their advantage. A little later, the Cardinal defense backed up to its own end zone. And Jaleel Garvin-Mingo jumps the Charger route and gets the INT. Gets a decent return to set up the Cardinal offense. A couple plays later, Skian will find Logan Busaliner. See how wide open this guy is, as he would find some space in the Charger secondary. And the Newberry baseball commit finds pay dirt. And Cardinal Newman finds a big win on this night, 48-0, the final over Northwood. Let's head to the historic Zemp Stadium. Camden hosting Gray Collegiate Academy. Camden looking to bounce back following last week's loss to Hartsville. War Eagles looking for their first win of the season. Second half, Riley Staten gives it to Caleb Ford. Cuts through the Camden defense, and he is gone. Touchdown, War Eagles. And Gray Collegiate Academy is up 19-0 at that point. Later in the third, Staten swings it to Zy Offord for the completion. That moves the chains. 3 plays later, third down on the halfback draw. The War Eagle drive is halted by Gamecock commit Xavier McLeod. Now the War Eagles will convert the field goal, gives them a 22-0 advantage. So Camden is trying to get something going. Quarterback Grayson White looks for it all, but his pass is picked off by Justin Pauling. And the War Eagles get victory number 1 this season. They played a tough schedule. They get the win 22-7, the final at Camden. Let's head to Fort Knox. AC4 making the short drive to face the Bearcats of Brooklyn Casey. Both teams exchanging pleasantries. And here we go. Bearcats started off. Ezekiel Mays runs for a big gain, knocked out of bounds. Later, Tanner Staten. Elon Commit finds a wide open Jaden Johnson for the score. You know the Bearcats can score points. The home fans loving it. AC Flora. Here we go with Carew Bates rolling out and find Chris Lofton for a big gain. Lofton, one of the big playmakers for this Falcon offense. Falcons' next possession, they're in the red zone. A short touchdown for Markel Townsend. We haven't called his name out in a couple of weeks. You know he makes plays, and our camera showed up to get the big play there. And AC Flora wins it by a final of 72-43. Ed Scott's basketball team will have to shoot for that kind of scoring this year. Wow.